It appears that Prince Charles and Prince William have a new royal battle on their hands within royal circles. But as ever, what is it? Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the very heart of London, and as ever, lovely to see you today. Thank you also for your very kind comments about Merrill Osmond. I know, he looks good, doesn't he? You kind of look and think, which one's the eldest? But that's what happens when you get pictures taken very quickly, isn't it? Love Merrill, by the way, lovely interview with him. As I say, met all of the Osmonds, interviewed them all, love them. They also have very dedicated fans, by the way, also. They just seem to know where they are, and turn up in their droves. It must be nice to have such supportive fans, particularly when you've been going as many decades as they have throughout their careers. And let's not forget, of course, it was all down to the brilliant singer himself, Andy Williams, who gave the Osmonds their very big break. Yes, what a star he was. Met him too. Truly unique voice. Did you like Andy Williams? Do let me know in the comments below. My favourite track of his, Solitaire. And of course, Can't Get Used to Losing You. Back as ever though to your breaking royal story of the day. This particular story is a really thorny one, as we often say here on the show, but it truly is, because as we know, recently there's been a bit of a battle between the princesses Beatrice and Eugenie alongside Prince William and Prince Charles, because according to a very good source, and as ever we have to say allegedly, they cite those two who are really making it difficult for their father, the former royal known as Prince Andrew, the Duke of York, to somehow make some kind of royal comeback. Not quite sure exactly what he thinks he's coming back to at this point. On a serious note, the public consumption over here for him is very low indeed. What is interesting though is that, what he's now hoping to do really this summer is something that Prince Charles and Prince William are rather concerned about. Let me tell you. Well, the bigger deal, as we know, is our wonderful monarch of 70 years is now residing for the next few weeks at least up at her favourite location, Balmoral. It's away from all the huff and buff of royal London life, and it's somewhere apparently where the Queen truly does relax, and at an invitation you can pop up to see the Queen during her long summer break. It's one of those things, tricky moments as well when prime ministers go up, because they're not truly sure the sort of protocol, what they're supposed to do, and many of them really fumble and don't necessarily enjoy it. One lady who didn't enjoy it was the very first female British Prime Minister, Margaret Thatcher. Not that she didn't get on with the Queen, don't believe that rubbish. No, it was the fact that she didn't really like taking time off work. She found it a bit boring hiking around the Highlands and having picnics. She wanted to get back to the job, something apparently our gracious monarch truly understood. But for Prince Andrew, he's looking, I've been told from a good source, to see this as a wonderful opportunity to try and realign himself back to some kind of comeback via a long and lengthy chat over tea and summer walks with his mum, the Queen. Now, when you think about it, it's the perfect opportunity, isn't it? Because other royals are away, and finally, that he's on his own with her. We do know that Fergie has been invited as well. That is the Duchess of York. So perhaps the combined two could make sure there's a reason as to what Andrew now could do to prove useful to the British monarchy. I know this particular post will get a big backlash because there's many people that don't want him to return to the monarchy. As we often say here on the show, we present both sides of the story and are impartial. But it is an interesting dichotomy, because suddenly, out of nowhere, Prince Andrew finds himself with nothing truly to do, and he doesn't really want to do this. But it's not really up to him in the world of the monarchy. It's truly up to the Queen, and then more importantly, the British public. And if the British public don't wish to see you, then of course you really have no comeback. That is the message that was given to Prince Andrew directly from Prince William and Prince Charles. Must have been a tough message, because it is family members, let's not forget. But Prince Andrew is really hoping that somehow a long, illustrious chat in the beautiful sunlight of the Highlands in Balmoral could change all that. As ever, when I know more, you'll know more. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.